second. What up, everybody? Alright, I'm inside now, so you guys shouldn't hear anything. Alright. Yeah, so today we're going to be going over scaling. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to get in. Hopefully that's better for you guys now. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait for a few more people. So how you guys doing, man? How's your Sunday going, guys? Yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely give you some nuggets, man. Definitely gonna give you some nuggets, man. Saul in the house. Saul is in the house. One of my students. He's killing it right now. He made like 15 sales since like last week. He's killing it, man. He's killing it right now, man. One of my students, man. Teach me your ways. Definitely will, Jake. Definitely will. Just waiting for a few more people. Let's see. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna cover scaling, how I scale personally, what I've learned from other mentors and things like that. So, and it's being recorded, so guys, don't worry. If you miss anything, there's gonna be a replay. If you guys have any like specific questions in regards to scaling, just let me know. Let me know in the comment box, and then at the end we'll have like a little Q&A. If I don't go over everything, if I didn't cover anything that you were looking for, we'll definitely cover that in the Q&A at the end. So just remind me at the end. How do you scale up and out? Yeah, we're definitely gonna go over that today. You'll definitely learn how to do that. I just want to get a few more people in. Got like 19 people. I want to get a few more people in, and then we'll get started. Um, yeah, I'm trying to buy time right now. We got a few people in, but I just want to get a few more in. Hey, what up, Lou? What's going on, man? What time is it? Your time? It's 6 o'clock right now. 6 o'clock, 6:04 p.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time. So all right, I'll get started. We got enough people. So obviously, like I said, we're gonna be covering scaling today. But first things first, I want to give a huge congratulations to two of my students, Fahimi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. And Khalid. I want to give a huge shout out to these two guys. I know I've been seeing them in my groups. I know they ask me a lot of questions. They actually got their first sale. So I woke up today, got some few messages, saw them. They made their first sale. So, give me a one in the chat box, guys. Give them give me a one in the chat box. Just congratulate them. I remember my first sale. I got my first sale January 1st, I believe. It's really exciting, when you get your first sale on Shopify. You get addicted, man. It's fun. So it's great. So definitely congratulations to you two guys, man. You guys have been working hard, asking a lot of questions, which is great, which is exactly what I was doing. So you guys are on the right path, and you're going to have much more sales. So, guys, again, congratulations. Yep. Congratulations. So the next slide. So what we're gonna talk about basically scaling. We're gonna go over kind of the basics and a little bit more advanced stuff. Basically, what we're gonna start with is how you increase your spend. So there's two ways that you can actually increase your spend. And there's kind of two trains of thoughts with this. I've talked to many different people, and they kind of agree and disagree. Again with Facebook, it's like people really have their own kind of method, their whole like method to their whole madness. With Facebook, they're always changing their algorithm, so everyone kind of has their own kind of a thing. But there's really two ways you can increase your spend, which is scaling up, reaching more people so you can get more sales. So the first way is you can actually edit your actual running ad and change the budget, or you can duplicate your ad set. Now, for me personally, I actually edit the budget that's running on my actual ad. I've tried duplicating my ad set. Just for me personally, I have not gotten the best results as I have from actually editing my ads. Now people are gonna really agree or disagree with this. Some people have gotten successful by editing their ad sets like I have. Some people have done it from actually duplicating their ad sets. Now, if you're kind of inexperienced with scaling, um, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to really split test this idea, split test this way to see what works for you. For me personally, like I said, I like to edit my actual spend. So what I mean is actually going into your ad that's running right now and editing your actual budget. Like I said, that's what works for me. So if you're starting out, really, I really want you guys to yeah, Jake is saying, duplicating ad sets usually makes two ad sets compete against each other, right? I also fail duplicating, right? Right, exactly, Jake. So it hasn't really worked for me, and it hasn't worked for other people. But then again, I've talked to other people, and they say, that's how I do it. That's how I've made sales or whatever. So it kind of it all depends on you. Everybody's path to success is really different. So I really highly encourage you guys to try out both methods and see if it works for you. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know in regards to increasing your spend. Okay, so I'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this is extremely important. Again, in regards to upping up your budget, you want to be consistent. Okay, um, the best way to increase your budget is to be very smart about it, very precise, looking at your data. If you're at $5 a day, you want to up it to $10 a day. If you're at 15, you want to up it to 25. If you're at 85, you want to up it to 100. Okay, so you want to be very, it's kind of like that saying, the rabbit and or the hare and the tortoise and the hare, or whatever it was. What was it? You guys know what I'm talking about, where like the animal was like super slow and the other one fell asleep or whatever, and again he was just super slow and concise, but he actually won the race. So what I want you guys to understand is really, the person that takes his time and really analyzes everything and sits back and stays patient is the one that's going to win the race. So guys, you're really going to get tempted to throw $100, throw $1,000 on an ad, and you're like, man, if I reach this amount of people, I get this amount of sales. Honestly, I really wish Facebook worked that way. I really wish you could just throw $1,000 to an ad off the rip, off the start, and then boom, you make like $10,000 in a day. I honestly wish it could work like that. But guys, you really have to work your way up. You really have to budget from $5 to 10 to 15 to all the way to 100. You can't go from $5 to $50. You can't go from 50 to 500. I mean, you can if you have the money and you want to take the risk, but I'm highly, highly, highly against that. I really don't want you guys to lose your money. Um, Another thing that also happens when you're increasing the budget, if Facebook sees that there's a huge increase, a huge change, it could potentially mess up your optimization, and you could potentially working with a dead ad and a dead audience, and that's honestly, that's just terrible. You're gonna lose a lot of hard work just actually from you building up that audience and everything. So you don't want to have that. Okay. The only time I've ever made a huge jump is when I actually had sales, when I had proven data, proven sales within a specific niche. So I was actually selling this in this one niche. I was selling a product, and I worked my way up. Okay, I worked my way up. So after I was done with that product, I found a very similar product, and I was like, you know what, this niche is gonna absolutely love it. So instead of starting at $5 a day, I think I actually started at like $50 a day or something like that. I started off kind of high, but the reason I started off high was because I already had the past data of purchases. I already had the data, already knew that these people are gonna love this item. So I went ahead and I actually kind of went against this whole theory right here. But again, it was because I had past data, I had past sales. So that is the only time where you can try this out. Now, if you're going into a brand new niche, if you're with a brand new product, please do not do this. Please do not waste your money. You want to be very robotic with your actual scaling process. You want to make sure that you're consistent, that you take it slowly. You don't want to screw up your optimization. If you screw up your optimization, consider yourself like you have a dead ad. Okay, just it's really not good. So let me see if you guys got any questions. Do you choose to scale based on amount of sales per day? Yeah, Darren, I'm actually gonna get through that. That's actually very important. I'm actually gonna get through that. I'm gonna explain to you guys. I actually have an Excel sheet for you guys that you can actually look at. Um, how long on average do you let the ad run at the new spend amount? It all depends on how much ROI, how much I return on the actual investment. And again, I'm gonna go through that in one of the last slides. I actually have an Excel sheet for you guys that you can look at. So the next thing, another thing that you guys can do to scale up is to retarget. I'm sure you guys have heard this a lot. Retargeting is literally people that came onto your website that didn't purchase, so we're just retargeting them. You guys will be extremely surprised at how much money you will make off retargeting. I think there's like some statistic or something that people usually don't buy the first time. They actually end up buying like the fifth or sixth time they see your product, which is crazy. I mean, that's such a crazy statistic, but it's funny because it's happened to me before. I've been on a website and I get retargeted like 6, 7 times, and I'm like, you know what? All right, I'll buy this. So I guess there's kind of some truth to that. So you guys definitely want to take advantage of retargeting. There's actually an app that you can use for retargeting. But what I do myself is what you want to. So actually, what you want to do is you want to go into your ads manager. You want to click on audiences. This is just a pixel that I don't use, so you actually won't see something like this. You'll see something else. Oops, where's my Chrome? What just happened? Ads manager. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you'll have kind of this list. What you want to do is you want to create on custom audience, and you want to click right here to website traffic. So now what you can do is you can go down to this drop down menu. You can go to people who visit a specific web page. So you have URL contains or URL equals. I usually do URL equals. And basically in here, paste in the link to your product page. So if you're selling a specific product that you're running ads to, make sure it's the exact link. If you get the link wrong, then it's just not going to work. So make sure you get the exact link. Put this up to 180 days. That's the longest you can go back. So what we're telling Facebook is find the people in the last 180 days that visited this specific link, and then you can actually click save. You can create that audience, and then what you can do is when you actually create an ad, you can actually use this audience, and then you could just make a specific ad for them saying, hey, you're on my website, come back. Either you can offer them a 10% discount, or something to get them back. And you'll be surprised. A lot of people will come back, and you'll be surprised at how many sales you'll actually make. You might even make more sales from retargeting than from actually real from your main ad, which I've experienced that as well. So again, sometimes people just don't pull the trigger on the first try. You want to get them a few times, and you'll get that sale. So let me see what you guys are asking. Do you use product catalog ads? I One thing that you can definitely do is carousel ads. For me personally, what I usually do is I use the same ad, but I just kind of change up the copy and say, hey, come back to my site. I'll give you 10% off. I do video ads, so I just keep the same video and I just change the text out really. So. Um, what is this? Retargeting has to be done when there is an existing campaign running. Well, I mean, yeah, you want to have it running, right? Because the more people that are coming to your site, obviously the more people you have in your retargeting audience. So yeah, I mean, if you don't have an ad running, you can still retarget those people. Um, but yeah, I think it would it would make more sense to actually have an ad running, so you have more people that you can end up retargeting. So. Um, also- Yeah, I mean, the thing with abandoned carts is you got to have abandonment protector, that app, so you actually end up email marketing them. But again, yeah, you also get them as well too. So, Francisco, do you scale after one sale? Absolutely. Can you enter URL of a competitor's page and steal their customers? Yeah, I don't think you can do that. I don't know. I don't think I highly doubt you can do that. Like if somebody would type in Google or something, nah, I don't think so. What objective do you prefer for retargeting, website conversions? Um, Someone is asking, are more than 90% of your ads video views or video ads? Also, are they set for video views? Yeah, I think like 99%, 99% of my ads are videos. And I just do website conversion. Video views is literally just to get views. I mean, it's not for sales or anything like that. And I definitely highly recommend doing video views because when you do video views, Facebook actually creates a custom audience for people that viewed your website. I mean, viewed your video. So you can actually use that audience and target specifically them. And there's actually different options. So like if they viewed 90% of the video, you can target them, and that's super powerful. What is it? What is it? If you have sales at a touch product. Yeah, Sergio is asking if you have sales at a test product, do you scale the exact ad or do you duplicate it and then scale it? I like to just scale the actual ad. Like I said, that's what been working for me. So. Do you use the purchase conversion? Yes, man, absolutely, absolutely, Jam. I only go with purchase. I don't like doing add to cart or review content. I mean, other people have tried it, but this is just works for me. Again, like everything that I'm teaching you guys is just what works for me personally. It might not work for other people. It might, but again, this is just from my personal experience. So the next thing we have is duplicate ads and change interest. So if you have a duplicating winning ad set, what you can do, another thing is actually switch out the interest. So let's say, for example, we're targeting like, let me think, let's just say we're in the video game niche. Just, I don't know, random that because I'm looking at my PlayStation. So I'm just like, all right, let's do video games. So let's just say we're in the video game niche, right? And I'm going very broad again. I'm just giving you guys an example. Let's just say we're selling something in a video game niche, and we're targeting people that like PlayStation, and it's going really good. It's going great. So now what we could do, and we're getting sales. So what we could do is we could take that same ad, duplicate it, and take out the interest. Now instead of PlayStation, we could target people that are into Xbox. Something similar, but kind of different. You want to if you're getting buyers in one interest, there's a great chance that there are other people in very specific and related interests that might possibly be buyers as well. So what's great about this is obviously if you're getting sales off a specific ad, then there's a great chance that that actual ad set, like the actual copy, the picture or the video, it works. So if it works in one interest, it could most definitely work in another interest, okay? And another great thing about this is you're actually not competing with yourself. So if you actually duplicate an ad set and you have the same interest, you're competing with yourself. Now you could switch out the interest, and what this does is now you're targeting something completely different, but it's in the same niche. So again, if there's buyers in one interest, there's probably others in other related ones. Okay, so this is another great way to expand out your reach, expand your interests, because again, you guys got to realize is that your interests are absolutely gold. Okay, after you get your interests, you get retargeting. You can email market them, everything, but the main thing, before all of that stuff is the interest. Obviously, we want to get people to our website, and the only way we're going to get people to our website is if we find good targeted interest. And the only way we're going to do that is we got to continually split test. So with this, you start getting sales on a particular ad set, and you say, oh, look, I'm getting so many sales. You know what? Let me duplicate this. Let me change out the interest, and let me see how it goes for this specific interest. Okay, and like that, you can find, then in the best case scenario, you find another winning interest, and you just scale that ad up. You just keep doing that again, and you do it at $5 a day, and you work your way up. Okay, so it's really not that complicated with this method right here. So, do you think there's anything else besides scaling that differentiates 1K a day to 30K a day? Well, I've never done 30K a day. I mean, I consistently do 1K a day. I do have somebody on here. I don't know if Jake, you want to get on, maybe possibly, because I know you did 10K in a day. So I don't know if you want to possibly just hop on real quick and kind of give your thoughts. But yeah, I mean, with 10K, I'm sure there's well, you definitely want to spend more money, man. I mean, you definitely are gonna be spending more money if you're making 30K a day. But even if you're spending $100 a day, really the main thing is you're spending more money and possibly you're targeting more interest. Because at the end of the day, right, you want to target as many people as possible. Um, that's really the main thing. You want to get as many targeted audiences as possible. You spend more money, you reach more people, whether it's through more interest, through more retargeting, through more email marketing. That's how you're going to scale up your ads, scale up your money. Um, so I'm getting a lot of kind of the same questions, which I'm going to be covering at the end. So let me get to the next slide. Here's a very ninja hack. I'm surprised that people don't even talk about this. So, for example, let's say you have an ad and you have like 20 different interests within that ad. And this kind of relates to the last, kind of everything that I explained here with duplicating and finding another interest. So, for me, sometimes I might have like 20, 30 interests within one ad. So what you can do is actually take all those interests and create a separate ad for each interest. So for example, let's say you have an ad with 10 different interests, 10 different keywords. So what you can do is you can create 10 different ads from $1 a day to $5 a day. Now, the reason I say 1 to 5 is because this really depends on how much you can afford. So if you can afford $5 a day on 10 ads, then go for it. If you can't afford that, then go for $1. I'll give you an example personally. I had one ad where I had I think like 32 or 36 different interests, and I did this method, and I literally because it was getting if I spent $5 a day on like over 30 ads, dude, that's gonna be so expensive. So what I did was I did $1 a day, and believe it or not, I actually got multiple sales off of $1 a day off like those ad sets. So I'm literally saying is one of the ad sets that was at $1 a day, I was getting like multiple sales. So obviously now that I know that this specific interest right here is bringing me sales, then I can go ahead and I can really scale that up so I can add more money to it. Okay, so you're gonna immediately find out which interests, which keywords are bringing in those sales. Okay, so another way, kind of a cheaper way to do this is, I've said this before, is using AdExpresso, adexpresso.com. I think it's $50 a month, but they have a 2-week free trial. And the way it works is if you have an ad with multiple interests, they'll actually show you which interest, which keyword actually is converting. So that's extremely powerful. Again, that's another way to really scale. Once you find out where your sales are coming from, where what audience is bringing you those sales, you just want to reach more people. You want to reach those specific people. So if you find out that a specific keyword is really killing it for you in terms of conversions and purchases, then you just want to go all out into that actual interest and kill it, right? So let me see these questions. Luke, I target. It depends. Luke is asking, do you literally target only one interest? I usually don't. But if I have a few, usually what I do with my ads is I'll have like maybe 10 to 30 different interests and they kind of add up. But the thing with targeting one is you're really gonna find out if it converts or not. Okay. How is Ad Espresso $50 a month? Um, oh, let me actually pull it up. I know they got like a free 2-week trial and you don't have to give your credit card or anything. Let me check the pricing. Let me see how much it is. Yeah, the base is like $50. But again, this is super powerful because you can actually see all the keywords that are being targeted. So, let me see. Um, you should be able to open up your actual ad on what's it called? Ad Espresso. And if you scroll, it should be somewhere. See, I don't have it. I used to have it, but it'll have your keywords. If you open up your ads, it'll actually show you which one is converting. Um, but I'm getting kind of the same questions, so this is gonna the next slide is gonna answer most of your questions. So please, I have this Excel sheet that I'm gonna share with you guys. I'm gonna upload it into the Facebook group I Hustle Commerce. If you're not in that group, then just hit me up after this webinar and I'll add you. I'm gonna upload this spreadsheet in there. I actually got this from one of my mentors, Justin Senior. He does like $500,000 to $1 million per month, and I actually learned a lot of Facebook advertising, scaling, stuff like that from him. So this is kind of from his group. So I please, advise you, please do not share this outside of this group. Again, this is something that I had to pay for, that other people had to pay for. So I really don't want you guys to, put this out here. Again, just please don't share this. It's really gonna help you out. So I really appreciate you guys. Just don't share it and just keep it within our group. Okay. So basically, what I'm going to show you guys is this spreadsheet right here, and basically what it is, you can't go wrong with this spreadsheet. So basically, it goes from $5 a day all the way to $200 a day. So basically, what this is you can actually adjust your margins. So if you have a product and you're making $10 profit, or if you're making $5 or whatever, you can actually edit this here. So let's say if we're doing $20 profit, you can actually edit this here, and it'll actually give you how much ROI you're making. So let's say we start off our ad, we find a new product, and we start at $5 a day. After one day, we get one sale. Oh, it says, okay, we got to go to $10. Okay, we go to $10. Or after our first day, we get three sales, and it's like, oh, okay, what do we got to do? So it's saying three sales, we got to go to $20. So we go to $20. If on after that first day, if we get five sales, it's saying go to $25. So we go to 25. So basically, this is just a chart. This is extremely important. I mean, I follow this all the time, very religiously with my ads. This is a very it's kind of going back to that whole idea of just being very data specific. You want to analyze your data, see how many sales you're making, see how much your ROI is, okay? See where you are in terms of your profitability, and see how much money you can add on top of that in terms of your budget. So literally all it does is it tells you, okay, if you're making X amount of sales, okay, fine. Now you can raise your budget to this amount. Then you go to that amount, and then saying, okay, if you made this amount of sales, go to this budget. So if you actually made more, then it's like, okay, increase your budget to this. If you made less sales, then decrease your budget to this. Okay, so it goes up to $200 a day, and easily with $200 a day, you can easily make $1,000, over $1,000 per day, which I know that's kind of the goal for a lot of you guys here today. So do you guys understand? Are you guys following this chart? I mean, it's super simple, right? I mean, it's really not that complicated in regards to like really following this. Yep, getting a lot of yeses. Getting a lot of yeses. So yeah, guys, just do me the favor. Please don't share this outside of our group. I had to pay for this. So other people had to pay for this as well. So I don't want to piss anybody off. But anyway, so basically, when you start off your ads, when you start off your new products and everything, just follow this. I mean, it's so simple. It tells you right here. So if we start an ad at $5, and after one day we don't get sales, then we'll keep it at zero. If we get one sale, it says go to $10. So to give you an example, like an A to Z. So let's say we launch an ad. Let's just say again, we launch an ad in the video game niche, okay? And we start at $5 a day. After one day, we get three sales. Okay, we get three sales. What do we got to do? So it's telling us to bump our spend from $5 to $20. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna change this to $20. So now let's go to $20. So okay, this is day number two. Now we're at $20 a day. Okay, so now at the end of the day, we're gonna analyze how many sales we're getting. So let's say we only get two sales. Okay, so it's telling us to stay at $20. Okay, so we'll stay at $20. So then again, the next day, we analyze our data and we see, oh, okay, we got like four sales. Okay, so now that we have four sales, let's go to $30. So they don't actually have $30, so I would just go to like 25. So go to 25. We're going to change our budget to 25, and then we see that, oh, we got four sales, so then we'll go to 35. And you guys understand what I mean? I mean, it's really so simple. You really just follow this right here, And really with this chart, it really is that small kind of being that tortoise in the race, the hare and the tortoise, taking your time, being slow, being very robotic, being very data driven. Because at the end of the day, the reason that we're budgeting up is just from analyzing our data, seeing how much money we've made, seeing how many sales we've made, and that's kind of how we're gonna go about this. Okay, so let me see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Yep, makes sense. How do you adjust the budget one time per day? You just you adjust it one time per day. Actually, I forgot to put this in the slide, but let me do this now. So I usually change my budget at midnight EST, 12 a.m. Oops, 12 a.m. EST. I've had other mentors tell me that they change their budget or they start their budget at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m., or 6 a.m. The reason I don't do this is because I have gotten plenty of sales between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. So in that time when kind of everybody's sleeping, you know, around this time when people are waking up, I have actually gotten sales in that time frame at night. So that's why I recommend doing 12 a.m. and I do 12 a.m. EST. I am in New York, so whenever it goes to midnight, that's when I change everything. I mean, the reason you do this is because the way Facebook works, if you change your budget in the afternoon, like let's say right now it's like 6:30, Facebook is gonna really waste your money. Like they're gonna try to run through that budget like until midnight because the way it works is it's a 24-hour time frame. So they're gonna spend your money within that 24-hour time frame. So let's say, for example, if we're at $5 a day, and then right now at 6:30, I bump it to $10. It's actually gonna waste that $10 until midnight hits. So we might not reach a ton of people, and it's not gonna be good for us. So that's why 12 a.m. So we get that full 24-hour window. And I only do it once. Okay, I only change it once a day. I wait till the next day. I wait until 12 a.m. Analyze my data, see where I gotta add my budget or lower my budget to. Okay, so that's kind of how I go about it. What if you get Francisco is asking, what if you get 2 or 4 sales in the $5 budget? Well, we go back to the spreadsheet and see what it says. So if we're getting 5 sales, then we're gonna go to $25. We're gonna up our budget to what the graph is telling us. Yeah, Nick, I'm gonna upload this file into the Facebook Mastermind. And again, guys, please don't share this. So just keep it in the group. I'm gonna upload this after we get off this webinar. So I'm not gonna keep this webinar too long. I mean, I really didn't want to make this too fluff. I really want to get straight to the point. So yeah, what Darren is saying. For example, you get to 175 and you get no sales, what will you do? If you get to that level, Darren, 0 sales right here. 150. It's right there for you guys. I'm getting a lot of questions. Oh, if I'm at X amount of dollars and I get X amount of sales, what should I? It's right here, guys. It's literally right here. It's just follow this like it's your religion. Like it's right here. And they also have other tabs down here as well. I mean, you can actually, like I said, guys, you want to look at your data and analyze it. So you can actually have all your data right here. So if input your data on day one, this is how much I sold, this is how much I did, and you can actually calculate your profits. Okay, so that's also another cool thing about this spreadsheet is you can actually put in your info here and kind of see how much you're profiting per day. Yeah, so I mean, in terms of, I'm getting a lot of questions about like if I'm spending X amount, what should I do it or whatever. It's literally right here in the spreadsheet, guys. I mean, it goes up to $200. I mean, I hope that you guys spend more than $200 because if you're spending over $200, you're gonna be making a few thousand a day, and I hope you guys get to that level. But for now, I know most of you guys are beginners. You're not really making a lot of sales. Don't stress yourself about these high numbers. Again, work your way up. Follow this chart. It's really super simple. Please don't overcomplicate it. Let's see what's been going on. The ad has been running for 3 days. If the reliance score is 8 and no sale, Pat, just wait till day 5. If after the 5th day you still don't get sales, then you can cut out the ad. I mean, I've had instances where I let it run for like the entire week, and then on the fifth day I got a sale, and so then I was like, oh, okay, cool, then I can bump the budget up, and then once I bumped the budget up, I started getting more sales. So just stick in there, Pat, until day 5 and see what happens. Really until 5 days, you'll get enough data. So can you set your ad to activate for a specific time period? Yeah, you can do that. You can go into when you set up your ad, um, you can choose the time. So how do you make your video ads? Yep, exactly. Slideshows. Charles is asking how I make my video ads. I do slideshows. Let me pull it up again. I use an app called Quick right here. I think it's free actually. I pay $15 for this, but I think it's free. Get this. I use this for all my video ads. So yeah, that's what I do. Change the budget to your time zone, not EST. Yeah. Jam is asking. Yeah. If you're targeting in the United States, then you want to stick to EST. Um, because and when I say don't stick to your time zone, if you're like in another country, you want to make sure you're following the United States timetable because you want to have that money go in and actually spend the entire 24 hours while people in the United States are watching it. You don't want to do it at your time because you're gonna screw up your money. You're gonna screw up your spend. So when starting off as $5 a day, would you recommend? Yeah, man. When you're starting off at $5, Kazim, are you saying $5 a day? Would you recommend 12 a.m.? I would honestly, in terms of launching my ads, usually people say launch at midnight or launch at 6 a.m. You want to follow that kind of whole thing. I don't follow that. If I had an ad right now, I would launch it right now. I don't follow everything 100%, but if you really do want to be very concise, then definitely launch it at 12 a.m. Launch it at 6 a.m. so you get that full bang for your buck. Are your video ads sets for video views or video conversions? Charles, I do website conversions. My bad. What is the website mastermind name? It's I Hustle Commerce. Let me pull it up right here. I Hustle Commerce. You can click on the join button and then I'll add you. So, and I'll upload the file right here, right after we get off this webinar. So yeah, let's see. I got a question. Increasing your budget won't re-optimize your ad because you were saying about duplicating the ad. So you don't need to wait the full 5 days before changing your budget. No, I mean you literally can change your budget after one day. Like I said, what I'm teaching you guys today is what I personally use. Um, I know some people say to run like a PPE ad for like 5 days, and then after 5 days, see where your most engagement is and everything like that. That's all fine. I know people that are absolutely killing it with that type of business model. It hasn't worked for me, so that's why I go down the website conversion model, the website conversions. That's why I highly recommend going down that route for me personally. So after one day, as soon as you get a sale, dude, start raising that budget. Start raising that budget. And again, just follow this Excel sheet right here. After one day, if you get any sales within this range, just follow this and change the budget, and that's how you scale up. Cindy, yes, yes, do it at 12 a.m. EST. Ad Espresso gives you $3,000 to work with. I doubt that. I don't know. I don't think so. Started an international campaign. It's been getting sales from other countries. Does e-packet still work? You have to check with your supplier, Francisco. I know certain places, certain suppliers don't have e-packet, but certain suppliers do. So definitely ask your supplier. So to scale, you just increase your budget. Yep. I mean, scaling. The thing about scaling is gonna make you all that money. When you see somebody making $100,000, $1 million, that all come from scaling. They started at $5 a day, and they're spending way more. So I mean, somebody makes like $1.5 million in one month. They spent like $400,000 to get there. They spent like multiple six figures, and they did that from starting off small, looking at the data and budgeting all the way up to that spend. You don't just throw money at your ad. That's a waste of money. You might as well just PayPal me that money, because it's a waste of money. It's like gambling. You look at your data, you start off small, you look at the data that you get with your small spend, and then you throw money at it. Then you throw money because it's proven. It's proven data, it's a proven system. Right? You guys understand what I mean? You want to look at the data. That's the whole point of scaling, and the whole point of this spreadsheet is so that you can look at your data and look at your information and take that educated guess, that educated gamble. You're taking an educated gamble. Okay, you're taking an educated risk with scaling with all this information right here. That's how you're going to win at scaling. How many products do you show on your video ads? I only do a video ad for one product. I don't do multiple products on a video ad. So if that's what you mean, I only do a video ad for one product, not multiple. Increasing budget will not disturb your optimization. I mean, some people have said that to me, but honestly, Nick, it hasn't been the issue for me. I've increased my budget and I've made a ton of sales. I've made thousands of dollars, so it hasn't. I know. Look, here's the thing, and I explained this in the beginning of the webinar. Some people are gonna disagree with my scaling method, and they're gonna say, "Oh, you need to duplicate your ad set." But what I've noticed, and I know some other people have noticed, is that when I duplicate my ad sets, I end up competing with myself with my interests. So that's why I only edit my actual budget. Maybe it might screw up the conversions, maybe it might screw up the optimization, but I haven't seen it for me. Okay. I mean, I've seen consistent sales come in, so that's why I co-signed this entire whole method that I've explained today. So yeah, you can add variants to your video ad. I mean, if you have variants, you can definitely do that, Darren. This is for video ad. You just upload the video. Yep, Cindy, it's the same exact process for uploading a photo. Same process. How many video ads do you doing nowadays? Right now, I only think I have like a few running right now. But I mean, literally video ads. I mean, it's no different than a photo ad. I mean, I just 99% of my ads are all video. So, and I know Facebook really wants you to upload videos. That's why I do it, because they're gonna help you out with like cheaper conversion rates. So that's why I do it. So let's see what else. Do you use audience insight for targeting? Obviously, man. Obviously, dog. Must be a newbie or something, man. Obviously, man. That's the only way to go. Audience insight. How many products are you selling now for 1K a day? I'm selling a lot. I'm selling a lot of products. Most recently, I did like $950 like yesterday or the day before. I only did like 8 orders. Actually, matter of fact, let me pull up my Facebook joint. Show you the post I made. You can either have multiple products, multiple small winners. So let's say if you have like 5 products, you make like $200 off each product in one day. That's $1,000 right there. Or if you have one product, you can make $1,000 in a day easily with that. Where's that? Where's that? Let me find that post. Just did this recently, so I posted this yesterday. I also do upsells as well. You want to have upsells, which I explained in another webinar. You want to have upsells so you can increase your profitability. So look at this, man. $950 all off 8 freaking orders, dude. Like, and I think this is like from a total of like 3 different products. So yeah, there you go. I mean, it's really not that difficult. Yeah, you're a new jam. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's no doubt. You're a beginner. You're gonna learn everything. Just study. You're gonna learn everything. I'm sure I'm sure you're pretty overwhelmed. There's a lot of information out there, but once you understand everything, it's not that complicated. Are you selling high ticket or bundle? Yeah, I'm doing bundle offers. That's why I'm doing a lot of high ticket stuff. As you can see, I think this is like $119 per order. Um, and with these products, I think I'm selling between $60 and like $100. So that's kind of the price ranges that I'm doing with those bundles. Um, I'm not doing high ticket items. I'm just doing bundles, which allows me to sell high ticket. So again, you can go ahead and watch my other replay from last week about the fastest way to get to 1K a day. Basically, I explained in that video. It's kind of like a sofa set. If you ever been furniture shopping, um, and you notice that it's super expensive, sofa sets or bed sets or anything like that, they're expensive because there's a few different pieces to it, and they can get away with that price because again it's a few different pieces. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not selling like sofa sets or anything, but I'm just selling products that are related to each other, and that's why I can get away with that price. Jam is asking how many stores do I have. I have a few different stores, but I really only have one store that makes me a lot of money. Is it possible for a newbie to blow it up first ad? Yeah, man, anything is possible, Kazim. Anything is definitely possible. If you got a great product, you can definitely, you can easily get to it. I want every single person here to get to $1,000, get to $10,000 a day, whatever, whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is. I know you guys can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Honestly, guys, this really is not that hard. This right here is not hard to do at all. It's really not that hard. It's simple. You follow the techniques that I gave you. You follow this whole chart right here. I promise you, you're gonna get to your goal. Darren is asking upsells. I use an app called, what is it? Smart 7 Upsell right here. So I check that out. That's what I use for my upsells. How much money you gotta make per sale for that Excel sheet to work? Um, you can change the margin right here and you know apply it to whatever you're making. So yeah. Let me see what else. Do you prefer free plus shipping or product plus free shipping? Currently I'm breaking even with all my free plus shipping offers, so I've made all my money with regular price and free shipping. So that's just what's been working for me. How many products are you running for 1K a day? Um, around three products has what I've been noticing is when I get to like 1K a day, usually it's like three different products. So around three winners, so that's like what, like $333 per product. You know what I mean? Really not that hard to get to. Should we let Ad Espresso review our ads? What do you mean by review ads? Do you use a FAQ page? Absolutely. I mean, Jam. I know you're a beginner, but basically think of it like this: if you go on Amazon or if you go on another e-commerce website for yourself, what kind of information do you want on that website so that you're comfortable purchasing? Basically everything that's on that site that makes you comfortable to purchase, you want to have on your website. So yeah, FAQ is extremely important. What apps are important? Somebody's asking right here. These are my top apps that I recommend. Aftership is so people can track their tracking numbers. Improve contact forms so they can hit you up by email. Notify is like this little pop-up on your website that tells you just made a sale. Abandonment protectors for email marketing, so when somebody doesn't check out on your website, this will automatically send them an email. Free shipping bar is just like a little bar on the top that says free shipping. Oberlo, this is how to automate your if you're importing products from AliExpress, if you're what's it called, fulfilling orders, you want to get this app because it just kind of makes everything automatic. And then again, Smart 7 is the upsell app that I use. Do you think focusing on content marketing blogs helps to build up? If I don't know, man. I mean, Darren, if you're building a brand, if you're private labeling, then sure, it could definitely work out. But if you're just drop shipping random products, then I don't really think it matters. I mean, you definitely want to if build up a community with your Facebook page. You definitely want to post engaging content on your Facebook page. That's for sure. Definitely have your social media super active. Yeah, Chase, I'm gonna upload the Excel sheet into the app. I mean, into our what's it called? Into our Facebook group, so you can go access it there. And of course, I'm gonna have a replay for this. And yeah, so it looks like that's it for questions. I mean, if you guys got any other last minute questions, I'll answer them and then we'll end it here. Are you using Smart 7 to create bundles or upsells? It's for upsells. I don't actually even think you can create up bundles. I don't know why they call it bundle, but yeah, it's for upsells. So like when they add when they reach checkout, it'll say like, oh, add this thing to your checkout, and you'll get 10% off. So that's what I've been doing. So yeah. So that looks like that's the questions. Do you do diff? What do you mean diff fan pages? Is it better to run public posts as ads? You can do dark posts if you don't want, if you're afraid of competitors. I'm super lazy, so I don't even do dark posts. I just post them. I really don't care about competitors. Different page. Yeah, I have different fan pages for different niches. Yep.